Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm finally back from the Midwest, and I've been doing a little bit of taxidermy work, getting a couple deer mounted up since I got back. I'm about to mount up this big old stud right here. Big Midwest buck. Good deer to celebrate having hunted there, even though I should have brought one back and I didn't. Oh well, at least this guy did. Anyway, giant buck, really big deer. He's going to go on a Mears semi-upright wall pedestal. That is a left turn, semi-upright left. Mears wall pedestal. Order that form would be SULWP, semi-upright left wall pedestal. Got the cape tanned out. It's ready to go. I've got the ears already sculpted, and I've got them in the freezer. So everything's prepped, everything's ready to go. We're just gonna put him on a form, mount him up, and see how he turns out. It's been a little while since I posted a video of me mounting anything. Really, I haven't posted a whole lot of videos at all. But I've been incredibly busy. Working, hunting, a little bit of everything. I haven't had much time to do a whole lot of videos. Shot a really big deer in the Midwest. I hit him bad, hit him high, really high. Hit him up toward the back strap, and don't think I hurt him very bad. He ran off like a scalded dog, so never to be seen again. He was a big deer. He's 160 plus. Nice buck. Maybe next time. I love bow hunting, but boy, it's challenging. Definitely one of those things where you ain't got them until you got your hands on them. Right here is going to make a pretty mount, I do believe. I like this form a lot. I mounted a few on it now, and the symmetry on it is exquisite. I like that word. The whole time y'all thought I was old redneck. Exquisite. All right, let's get a cape on this guy. Like he's gonna fit on there just right, don't it? Slid right into place. All right, let's get these puppies installed. Big old son of a gun. A lot of antlers. Wrong spot. Right there. There we go. I got a lot of good advice on the short form video that I made where I was showing how to level these antlers, how to put them on there with Bondo. There's people talking about adding fiberglass and adding all kind of different stuff to it. I just cut up cardboard, little tiny pieces of cardboard, just stripped it up, cut up with scissors, mixed cardboard in there with the Bondo, and put it in there. Helped it make it more rigid, like almost a solid block. It didn't want to run as bad. Worked great. Good thing about cardboard is, if you're a taxidermist, you're trying to get rid of cardboard. Believe me, you got it everywhere. It's free, and it's okay. It's going in the trash. Ain't no reason to buy something to mix in with Bondo. All right, I'll just throw that. And we're gonna clay all this in. Buddy old Justin Martindale just messaged me a few minutes ago. Justin with Southern Times Legends. And he just shot a really nice 10. Looks like a 10 point. It's a 10 point. Looks like a really good deer too. Big, heavy bodied deer. Him sitting there grinning like a possum while he out there hunting. And I'm in here working. See what kind of friends I've got. Of course, he asked me last night if I was going. I said, no. I said, I'm going to work. It's all right, though. We always take turns. I'm sure that there's a strong possibility that here in the next few weeks, I'll end up doing the same thing to him. Not the next few weeks. There will be a day where I shoot a big old buck and he's in his shop working. I'm going to send him a picture of me grinning from ear to ear too. You know, it is a dang beautiful day today. It would have been a perfect day to be hunting. Instead of in the old shop, but it's also a pretty day to be working. A lot better than when it's freezing cold in here. Although I do have a heater now. Got to try it out for the first time a couple days ago, and it works good. Works just as good as the air conditioner. Alrighty, let's get some eyes put on this fella. So that he can see again. one eyeball. Just gonna move the deer this time instead of moving the camera. This thing rocks around when I get it on an unlevel surface, but I'll just stand on the base of it. It's easier than moving that camera around everywhere. I tell y'all, we may go get in the stand tomorrow. Christy has been hunting the last 2 days back here behind the house. And she saw a couple of does yesterday evening. And I got in a couple of deer yesterday. Both of those deer were black and stinking. So they are getting ready here at the house. They are ready. It's time to go kill them. So I got a few of them picked out. We may go over there tomorrow and see if we can't find one of them. In fact, I've got a really good spot I've been wanting to hunt in the evening. So I may come down here in the morning and mount a deer and then head out tomorrow afternoon. And we'll go sit on the side of a cliff where I shot that smaller 8-point last year, sitting by that rock. It's a good spot. If y'all remember, I got that big 10-point on camera in there last year. Hopefully he's still in there. And if he is, I know exactly where he's at and when he's coming in there and where to sit to kill him, I think. This year will make him, he should be, I think he's gonna be 5 years old this year. I think he was 4.5 last year, based on what I think, what I'm seeing, what I saw in the pictures. I've had pictures of him for 3 years. I don't have pictures of him this year. But I don't have a camera in there either. We'll see. I'm getting several questions about skin pulling around the eyes and the nose and mouth and stuff, which is a very common question. That's one of those things that comes up a lot. It's got to be probably the most common problem when it comes to mountain deer, especially when you're learning and stuff. Main thing is make sure, first off, that your skin is thin enough around your eyes, especially that front corner of the eye, where that gland comes down in front of the eye. Man, there's a lot of skin right there. It's thicker than what people give it credit for. There's a lot of thickness in there that has got to be thinned down. And where'd y'all go? And most people don't thin enough right there in that between the front corner of the eye and the front of that gland. There's a little spot about probably 1.5 inches that is really thick. And that's going to be your problem most of the time. If you've got skin that's pulling, especially when you're your front corner of your eye, your tear ducts are trying to pop out, pull out, more than likely you're having trouble with thickness right there. And when that dries completely, once it completely dehydrates, it just pops loose. Also, make sure that you stretch your skin enough in the face and in the head. It's kind of common knowledge, you know, when you're putting your deer together, getting ready to put your deer together, you do a lot of stretching around the neck and the base of the head, all the way down to the shoulders, around the back. But it is easy to forget, lost y'all again. It's easy to forget to stretch the head because you're going to have a little bit of shrinkage when you do that tanning. So even in the face, the eyes, the nose, make sure you pull on all that, get it back, stretched back out, so that when you put everything on there, it should lay flat. It should just lay onto the mannequin. You shouldn't have to pull it, stretch it, and pull stuff into place. It'll just lay down flat on there and just sit there until that glue sets up and it dries. It should be able to dry hard without it really pulling or going anywhere. Those eyes put in place. We'll go in there and grab us some ears. This is one of those out-of-state deer that the hunter had to cape off the head himself. It's a little bit boogered up, but can't blame him. It's a shame that we're having to deal with that. Aggravating. Causes more work for everybody. Got the hunter having to deal with that or pay to have it done. And you got the taxidermist having to repair it. In a lot of cases, it ends up costing the hunter more money because the taxidermist having to repair it. Shame of it is, I've got a lot of guys that's been bringing me deer from out of state, and some of these taxidermists have been pretty much ripping them off, charging $70 to $100 just to mount a deer so they can bring it, or just to cape a deer, I'm sorry, so that they can bring it back into the state. And then when they get here with the cape, it's cut all to pieces. And a horrible job's done on it anyway. That's pretty sorry. If they know they ain't got to mount the deer and they know they probably won't ever see that person again, it ain't right to do somebody like that. If you're going to charge somebody, I mean, I can almost see charging a lot just because you'd be mounting deer in the meantime making your money. So caping somebody's deer head, you're not going to get your money back on. I mean, no matter how much you're charging for it, you ought to at least get what you're paying for. If it's going to cost you $100 to get a deer caped, I think you ought to get a good quality cape job at least. Some people just ain't worth the flip. And that's just the truth. There we are. Now, we can go get some ears. Stick a little pin right here. These eyes are cut up. I just don't trust that to sit like that. There we go. That'll hold. Now then, let's see what we've got as far as ears. Well, it'd help if I put the airliner in there. There we go. I just about messed my eye up there, didn't I? Why did y'all stop me? They'll probably sitting there watching it the whole time going, don't do it, don't do it. I can't hear you through the phone. All right, you're still okay. All right, I'm gonna pin this up. Let that thaw out slightly. And once that clay thaws out a little bit, we'll stick it to that head. You can use screws or a bar. You can stick something down in that area if you want to. I like to leave it unattached, just pin up the back of it so that I can stitch all this and I can pull it away if I need to, get around the burr and all. So it's just personal preference. At least with it pinned, you don't have to worry about it falling forward and pulling against your eyes. And you don't have to do the eyes that soon if you don't want to, if you're not using epoxy. If you're using clay, you can do the eyes afterwards or later on. All right, so what I'm gonna do is slide this thing up here where I can get to it real easy stitching. I'll get them stitched up. I'll be back with y'all. Got him stitched up. And it looks like he's smiling at y'all. Say hello, sir. Hello. Look at that look. He's happy as he can be. We're going to put the face on him now. Get him a little bit of a nose and a mouth. That way he can grunt up one of them old does. Old camel head doe, as Jeremy calls them. Old camel head. You talk about a boy who used to lay some does down, son. When we was kids growing up, teenagers, on into our early 20s. My buddy Jeremy, he killed about 15 or 20 does a year. They didn't go to waste neither. We ate a whole bunch of them. And all the folks that needed deer meat, he'd get them all a doe too. The impressive part was that he did most of it with his bow. He shot very few does with a rifle. He'd always save that for bucks, usually when it was rutting season. But during bow season, he'd lay them down. The deer walked within 30, 40 yards of him, it was taking a ride in the truck. Or at the time on the three-wheeler. That's gonna fit so pretty. It is. Justin trying to call me. You just gonna have to wait, old boy. I can't help it you kill a deer, want to brag and talk about how good a hunter you are and how stupid I am for not going this morning. I'll call him back in a minute. I'd say he's lucky. He don't get lucky. He's good. That's why he's my buddy. I don't like hunting with lucky people. I like hunting with guys that like to try. Makes it fun. You can't get motivated. Usually they are. And vice versa. Y'all ever have them days where you just don't feel like hunting, or weeks you don't feel like hunting, or mornings that you just don't want to get out of bed? When you got buddies like that, they'll keep you on your toes. And even when you don't go, like the last couple of days I've been down there working, let a couple of them kill some good deer. All I want to do right now is gets me more motivated to work harder, faster, longer, to make time for myself, so that I can go kill, or try to. I'd like to get in the woods this evening. That's what I kind of had in mind to do earlier. And I had a couple clients show up, and believe it or not, I like to talk a lot. Can't blame them for holding me up, because I don't ever know when to shut up. I don't know what time it's getting to be. I'm assuming it's probably right around 2:30. I've got a couple places I could run and sit on the ground this evening with the old Tika 30-06. Many of y'all out there still use a 30. Man, can't get this camera right. How many of y'all out there still use the old 30-06? Huh? This may start a huge debate, but it is by far the most deadly caliber ever invented on a whitetail deer. It's unstoppable. And I bet you know what bullets I shoot too. I'll give you a hint. I'm 45 years old and I shoot a 30-06. You got it. Remington core locks, baby. 150 grain. Works every time. They do the trick. Ain't gonna stop doing something that works. This guy just went together just beautifully. Form fit great. Hide's in pretty good shape, especially to be caked out by the hunter. Did a pretty exceptional job. Like I said, just a little bit of problem around the eyes, but nothing we can't handle, and all in all, he looks really nice. Really nice. Well, I got the old boy finished up. If y'all remember on the video that I made showing you how to do the back of a wall pedestal, I was talking about how you're supposed to finish the back first, then put the cape on. Well, lo and behold, what do you think I did? Oh, not only did I not finish the back up before I put the cape on, I forgot to even make the slot in the back of the mannequin. So I had to go ahead and cut it in so that I can get all that tucked. But we got it tucked. We got him looking nice. I got to trim up a little bit of stuff there, but it's tucked up real good. But y'all look at this guy. That's a pretty deer, right? That is a big buck. Beautiful form. I love that form. Love the look of that right there. Well, guys, it was fantastic spending the day with y'all. Appreciate y'all watching everything. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if y'all have not already. And down in the description below, I've got a whole list of links. So if y'all need anything from Amazon, eBay, JX3 saddles, I've got a discount code for that. And on Amazon and eBay, a lot of the stuff that I use in my shop, I've got links for all that stuff in my Amazon store and on my eBay store. So you go in that, it won't cost you any more to use that stuff. It just will, the links in there will send you directly to that product so you don't have to look it up and all that. But I got all my paint colors, all my stuff, and a lot of my camera equipment, some of my hunt stuff and all is in there too. So y'all be sure to check that out. But make sure that you subscribe if you have not already. Make sure that you do that. Thank y'all so much for watching. God bless. We'll see y'all in the next video.